A few days ago, we got a brand new 30-minute movie for an upcoming Roblox anime RPG. Well, not that new, we have known about this game for 5 years now, but according to the movie, it's finally releasing this July, which is a big deal, because let's be honest, Roblox is in the worst state it's ever been. It's full of brain rot and nothing burgers lately. The game's called Beyond Nen, a Hunter x Hunter inspired RPG with interesting combat, progression systems, and of course the Hunter exam. But recently people have been slamming the game for not feeling like actual Hunter x Hunter, especially how short and underwhelming the Hunter exam looks. And yes, I watched the anime a while ago, so I might not remember every detail to be honest. In this video, I'll break down whether Beyond Nen is actually good, if the criticism makes sense, and if the devs can fix things, and most importantly, will it actually release this month? Because after delaying a game for 5 years, suddenly saying July? Sure buddy. Alright, let's get into one of the main things this game is pushing hard, PvP and combat. I'm not even joking, almost half the movie is just combat, and honestly, it looks pretty fun. What I like is how parry heavy it is. There's tons of dodging, movement, and timing, not just ability spam. It actually reminds me of Mugen, with way more skill and variety. The combat isn't ability spam, but there are a lot of abilities, because of course, this is Hunter x Hunter, and that means Nen. If you don't know, Nen is basically the energy system that powers all the cool stuff in the anime, used by your favorite characters like Hisoka, Gon, Killua, and from what I've seen, there are multiple Nen types, each with their own skills. And what's cool is that Nen is separate from your weapon, kind of like Blox Fruits or Project Slayers, so you have your Nen abilities and then whatever weapon you're holding. Speaking of weapons, the variety is actually insane. Daggers, swords, guns, claws, maybe even yo-yos, which I really hope they add, because if there's no yo-yos, it's not real Hunter x Hunter, trust. One concern I do have though, it looks like there's a lot of dashing without a long cooldown. I hope it doesn't turn into pure dodge spam, where nobody ever gets hit. But overall, the combat looks solid. Pairing is there, and at this point that's basically required for any anime game to even be considered good. It's fast paced, you've got down slams and aerials, and the weapon diversity is wild. Like from butter knives and yo-yos to guns. And yeah, guns are gonna be real in Rell Seas too, but not like this. Beyond Nen is really pushing variety, and if they keep it balanced, it could be one of the most interesting combat systems we've seen on Roblox in a while. No glaze. I've said it too many times already, but Beyond Nen is a Hunter x Hunter game, so of course it needs to have Hunter exams. According to the movie, getting your Hunter license lets you do stuff like take bounties and possibly travel to new areas. The bounty system is actually sick, it's PvP focused, so you'll be able to hunt down other players. Now look, I just hope it doesn't go full deep Woken mode, because don't let max level players jump freshies. You know the feeling when 5 minutes in, and boom, some Voidwalker max build shows up and eliminates you like it's Squid Games. Anyway, how do you unlock Nen? There are apparently 3 ways to unlock Nen: becoming a hunter, and there's 2 other mysterious methods the devs said they're not gonna let us figure out. Once you unlock it, there are multiple skill trees, and some Nen techniques seem to work like modes that you activate. It's a little confusing right now, but interesting. As for the actual exam stages, Stage 1 is a classic 10-minute tunnel run, just like in the anime, falling rocks, and if you run out of stamina, RIP, because you gotta stop and regenerate. Stage 2, maze with traps, not too hard if you follow the crowd, or let them kindly go first. And Stage 3, fight a prisoner NPC, based on the iconic Killua scene. And in Stage 4, you need 2 tags to pass, but you start with 1, so you gotta take someone else's. All about PvP and eliminations. And then the last stage is a 1v1 tournament. You win, you pass. If you lose, you're out, you're not a hunter. It's a cool system and it seems accurate to the anime, but a lot of people are saying it's not enough content, especially for a game we waited 5 years for, and I kinda agree. But here's the thing, I don't think they need to add 10 more exam stages, let's be real. No one's focusing on Roblox test for over an hour without getting summoned to take out trash or something. It's just not practical. Instead, I think the hunter exam should be the start of the game experience, not the main event. That's how it worked in the anime. After getting your license, the real content should begin.
They should have missions just for hunters. They'll level you up both in levels and unlock your new gear. I also suggest there will be raids, both road events and party queued. Also bounties that tie into PvP. I know that's already gonna be in the game.
And we need a tower, the 200 floor battle tower from the anime, where you climb up by beating stronger NPCs or players. That could be a game on its own. Also, it would be interesting if they had a greed island, like in the anime. I don't know how that would work. Maybe a game inside a game. Also, hunter ranks. There should be progression after becoming a hunter, in the sense that you rank up as a hunter, not just hitting the cap and doing nothing basically. If they add all that, I'm serious, Beyond Nen could be massive, bigger than even Type Soul, maybe even rival Rell Seas, because that's the reason people think Rell Seas is going to be the best. It's because of its systems, and there's always going to be something new to do. So yeah, the current hunter exam seems fine if it's just the beginning, but if that's the whole game, then it ain't it. Another big part of Beyond Nen is going to be NPCs and bosses. They said every island will have unique mobs, and more importantly, every NPC will actually be a challenge, which is good because we're not trying to relive Jutsu Infinite here. Apparently, even regular enemies will parry, feint, and perfect dodge, kinda like in Deepwoken, so you'll need actual skill to beat them. No more button mashing like an idiot. Bosses are also going to be a big deal. Based on what we saw in the movie, some of them are massive, with huge AoE moves that probably cover your whole screen. You're gonna need groups of players to take them down, which is good. That means they're meant to be hard. But let me just say, please don't break my PC. I remember finding a massive boss in Runeslayer with 12 people, and my ping shot to the moon. That might just be a Runeslayer thing though, but still. Overall, there's not a ton of info yet, but it still looks decent. There'll be quests tied to bosses, NPCs, but hopefully it's not just the usual kill 10 bandits or rescue this NPC from bandits. Missions on repeat. As long as the NPCs actually make you think and react, not just tank hits, I think this system will be solid. Nothing mind-blowing, but if it's skill based, it's good in my opinion. Now, onto the biggest problem me and a lot of other people have with this game. It just does not look like Hunter x Hunter, I'm just gonna say it. The map we saw in the movie looks like a tiny medieval town, surrounded by grass, caves, and way too much empty space. If no one told you this was based on Hunter x Hunter, you'd have zero clue, until you stumbled into the Hunter exam. In the anime, the world isn't some medieval forest simulator. There's advanced tech everywhere. Cities with skyscrapers, blimps, VR headsets that literally send people inside a game. They have phones. Like bro, you can't just slap in Nen and call it Hunter x Hunter to be real. That's literally the only difference between what we've seen of Beyond Nen and something like Deepwoken or Heian Era. Now maybe there's stuff the movie didn't show, but from what I've seen, I was expecting actual city variety, not just empty grasslands. We've seen too many times games that take 5 years to develop, and then the map ends up being one small city surrounded by literally nothing. I'm not saying the entire map should be futuristic skyscrapers, but we need a real mix. Some medieval zones, sure, but also big advanced cities like in the anime. Even Deepwoken has like 20 plus unique locations you probably can't even name. One spawn city and a bunch of grass just doesn't cut it anymore. This is where Rell Seas comes in again. The game has so many different islands, underwater, sky, marine bases, all with detailed, alive looking cities. They even have Impel Down, and that one area alone would be a full update in another game that would take 6 months and 1,000 delays. I'm not even glazing this time. That's what I want to see from Beyond Nen. More cities, not just one spawn point, areas that actually feel like the anime world, a map that feels alive with safe zones, danger zones, and variety. And to be fair, one of the devs did ping the server and they've seen the feedback. They admitted it's not enough Hunter x Hunter representation and that they're open to suggestions. That's a good sign, but now it's on them to actually follow through. Which brings me to my real question. Will Beyond Nen actually release this July? I mean, let's be honest, it sounds a little too good to be true. This game has been delayed for years. It's had multiple supposed release windows, and each time it was pushed back. I didn't even know about the game until this recent movie dropped, but people who followed it longer. On top of that, the narrator said they're planning to release more movies before the game even launches. And this first one, it was originally scheduled for last December but got delayed by half a year. So unless they're dropping a new movie every single week, I don't see how this timeline adds up, to be honest. Plus they said they're still taking feedback, which is great, but if they're actually gonna go back and add more Hunter x Hunter content, better map design, more systems, that's a lot of work. You can't do all that and still expect a clean July launch. So realistically, we've got two options. They take no feedback, just drop the game as is in July, which honestly might be the better at this point because we're all sick of waiting for games that never actually release, or they delay it again to actually make it more faithful to the anime. I will honestly trust the devs that the game will release in July because the owner's username is literally summer release, and they said that this improvement won't push back the release, so I'm gonna trust that for now. Either way, we'll see if this even releases this July, to be honest. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, and see you all in the next one.